Hello, welcome to Christian's Knife Block. For my first episode today, I would like to talk about a knife that is very important to me and close to my heart, and is the only remaining one that was given to me by my grandparents. So, the story behind this knife is that my grandpa, when he was in the Navy, he got one very similar to this, although it was from the early 1970s, just actually as Vietnam ended. He actually got a medal for being in Vietnam, but despite never actually being in Vietnam, because he started serving right as the war ended. Oh, yeah, I really liked his old Swiss Army knife, and it was the model was the Champion, which was their top line back in the day. This is the Champion Plus. It has everything that the Victorinox Swiss Champ does, minus the wrench, which on a knife this size, that's not really a bad thing to not have a little I have a knife that has the wrench and it works just fine, but it's not necessarily the best. Here, I'll open it up here. I think if I remember correctly, that was back in 2012 that I got this knife. And I've definitely used it. It's held up great. I oil it pretty regular, or after I use it for a bit, I'll oil it to make sure it keeps opening and closing just fine. Yeah, it's got tools in this one. It has, well, right now I'm showing the fish scaler, but it's got little knife, big knife, nail file. It's got a finger picker right up there, wood side, middle side. And it's got the saw, which I show there. Fish scaler, which you just saw. Scissors, which actually one of the most useful features of this knife for pretty much everything. Oh, look, you can even see a little bit of my blood on there. It's got a magnifying glass, which I don't know how well this will work, but it works pretty well. It's pretty cool. You can look at. It's not as powerful as the old Swiss Army knife ones were, but it definitely works for what it needs to. It's just got a Phillips head screwdriver, which, as far as knives go and tools in general, the fact that it has a actual flat part or flat head on the top, that means it won't slip. And if you get a fake Swiss Army knife or something like that, or a knockoff one, it has a very rounded tip, so it doesn't necessarily work well as a screwdriver. Can opener, bottle opener. On the back here, we have the corkscrew. Kind of cool mini. If I can get it out. Mini eyeglass. It's got a Phillips head screwdriver, which, as far as knives go and tools in general, the fact that it has a actual flat part or flat head on the top, that means it won't slip. And if you get a fake Swiss Army knife or something like that, or a knockoff one, it has a very rounded tip, so it doesn't necessarily work well as a screwdriver. Can opener, bottle opener. On the back here, we have the corkscrew. Kind of cool mini. If I can get it out. Mini eyeglass. screwdriver that, if you have glasses, it works really nicely. Otherwise, it's useful for small little electronics. One cool thing about these knives is that it's got a little tiny pin, a little hole there. I didn't know it had that for the longest time. And you got yourself a chisel, if I can get it out. That chisel works decently, not necessarily for woodwork, but other things. Smaller screwdriver. The hook. I've used this hook many times, especially when I was a kid. I had a bike that the chain liked to fall off, so I usually would have this on my belt or in my pocket. So that was very useful for getting those bike chains off without cutting yourself or something. And of course, it's got all tools. Another thing that's really cool about this is it's got a pen. And it's just got the standard toothpick and tweezers. Yeah, it was, I got sent this for my birthday when I was, I believe, 12. It's a long time ago. I've had this for at least a decade, possibly longer. I can't remember if I was 11 or 12. And then it wasn't included when I got it, but I got this nice leather case that it always lives in after. But it comes with this little knife steel, which for the longest time before I got any knife sharpeners or stones or anything, this was what I would use to sharpen everything, and it works. Maybe not the best, but it definitely works in a pinch if you need it. But yeah, that's the story behind probably the most sentimental knife I have, the Victorinox Champion Plus. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope y'all have a great day.